The Bold and the Beautiful recap, heartbreak, closure, and new possibilities unfold in Los Angeles on the March 26, 2025 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Emotions ran high as love, loss, and difficult choices dominated the day at Forrester Creations and beyond. Former lovers revisited old wounds, new bonds were tested, and one heartbroken man found comfort in an unexpected source. Brooke faces the end of a love story. Forrester Creations. Brooke Logan made one final emotional appeal to Rich Forrester, hoping to rekindle the love that once defined them. With Taylor Hayes standing by, reminding Brooke that Rich had moved on, the moment was tense and raw. Brooke, desperate not to let go, pleaded for a second chance, declaring Rich the great love of her life and suggesting they were destined to be together. Rich, torn but resolute, admitted that while their time in Rome had reignited something beautiful, it hadn't been enough to sustain a future. He acknowledged his eternal love for Brooke but made it clear that his path now leads toward Taylor. The words cut deeply. Heartbroken, Brooke exited the room and broke down in tears, devastated by the finality of Rich's decision. Daphne Rose shows compassion and strength. Meanwhile, in the design office, Daphne Rose found herself drawn deeper into the complicated world of the Forresters. As she and Steffi Forrester Finnegan discussed recent events, the topic turned to Carter Walton, whose emotional turmoil had not gone unnoticed. Steffi appeared triumphant over Hope Logan's downfall, but Daphne's attention was fixed on Carter. She praised his character, even as Steffi vented about Hope's self-pity and manipulations. Daphne, recognizing Carter's pain, quietly left to check on him, a gesture that would soon prove meaningful. Carter and Hope's final break. The cabin, Carter's confrontation with Hope reached its emotional peak. Hope lashed out, blaming Carter for choosing loyalty to the Forresters over their relationship. She saw his actions as a betrayal, believing he'd sided with those who always viewed her as expendable. Carter, visibly shattered, reminded her of the love they shared and the sacrifices he made. But his pleas fell on deaf ears. Hope accused him of being manipulated by Rich and Steffi, ultimately rejecting his love and leaving him alone in the wreckage of their failed romance. A glimmer of healing. Back at Forrester Creations, Carter returned to his office, burdened by the end of his relationship. Daphne, sensing the weight of his sorrow, quietly entered the room. She offered words of comfort, not as a colleague, but as a friend who saw the goodness in him despite his heartbreak. Her words were sincere and healing. Carter hadn't failed because he loved, but because he gave his heart to someone who didn't truly value it. For the first time in the day, Carter allowed himself to feel something other than guilt or rejection. Daphne's quiet presence offered not only support but a possible path forward, one where he might rediscover his worth and perhaps, in time, love again. As the sun set on Los Angeles, the world of the bold and the beautiful continued spinning, bruised but not broken, with hearts closing and others slowly beginning to open.